style, what they had among the people was offering. And that offering was fishes and loaves. Wasn't enough to feed but the person that had. Jesus didn't take that and eat it himself. And he had been out there all day with those people just like they were. No doubt he was hungry just like they were. You don't find where he ate none of that stuff. But he told them, said, bring it to me. That little boy gave up his little plate of dinner. That his parents no doubt had fixed for him to eat. And when they brought it to Jesus, 5,000 men, besides women and children, standing out there waiting to be fed. Jesus lifted up his eyes and blessed the people. Let me tell you something, people. Here's the secret in this. Let God bless you first. Oh, y'all ain't gonna agree with that? Yeah. Let God bless you first. Let him multiply what's in your pocket. Jesus said, "I hypocrite, first get the mote out of your eye, the beam out of your eye, that you can see clearly enough to get the mote out your brother's eye." He told Peter, said, when you are strengthen your brother. You barely making it. You struggling, you having a hard time. And this lying preachers said to you, give them your last. Now you stop and think about it. You done gave them your last and you yet don't have no results. You know who they blame that on? You. You didn't believe. No, well, I believed you enough to give it to you. Why? What you mean I don't believe? Well, if that's the case, then give it back and then you tell me I don't believe. And they ain't gonna give it back to you. They'll tell you, oh baby, that's the trying of your faith. That's a lie. You just took those folks' money, you done stole, you done robbed, you done took something that don't belong to you. And if God allow you to get by with that, you're gonna have to, in this world, you're gonna have to stand before him and give account of that in the next world. You praise the districts, whatever you call you, government officials that check us preachers out. Y'all really need to make these people, make us give these people back their money and help those folks, because most of us ain't doing nothing but ripping God's people off. Stop letting us hide under this junk about this the Lord's money, so the state and the church have there's a difference. They can't do this, can't do that. Stop letting these people fool you nut folks that's sitting in the government officials. They even fooling y'all. And y'all rob these people and make them pay something that they can't afford, but you let all these big folks, these folks that say they's God people, get by with that. Stop letting them do that. That's against God's law. And I don't care what preacher don't like what I'm saying, what teacher don't like it, what member don't like it, what church folks don't like. If you're that stupid to let them keep taking your money, they ought to take it. But if they preach to you the gospel of peace, and they see you hungry, they'll reach in their pocket and give. They'll be willing to give you their food, and they'll be willing to go hungry if they's of God. Now, all you all that disagree with me, and you that foolish, you bring me your money, I'll take it. And then you find it when you get in need, I'll show you that I help you. But back to the story of that deacon. One of those other deacons came to him and said, brother, I paid all your bills up. Your wife got all the money she needs to help while you are sick. You don't have to worry about nothing until you are better. That boy's joy was restored. His health started coming back. And his mind was set that this preacher have taught the truth. God will supply all my needs. Why? Because God supplied his needs when they act on the truth. You know, if God's people, and let me tell you something, I'm talking to us, and I don't care who here it is and who don't. I ain't trying to slander nobody, because if I got something to say, I'll say it to your face. Well, you know, all a person can do to me is kill the body. You can talk about me because I'm not God, I ain't got nothing to hide, I'm a man, that I'm a sinner saved by grace, I'm a believer. If there's any skeletons in my closet, open the closet and look at it, so be it. I ain't God. I ain't trying to be God. I'm trying to make it where God at. And I try to be honest. So nobody will have no confidence in me. Don't look to me for salvation. I'm a sinner. But I trust in God. I believe God for my salvation. I accept Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. And I know that without him, I can't do nothing. And I am nothing without him. So I tell you the truth, me the truth, and everybody else the truth. Because Jesus said you know the truth, and the truth should make you free. I don't have nothing to hide. Just by some chance, the gospel is out. What I'm preaching is the gospel. And if by some chance you say, well, I caught him in the club. Yes, I own those old nicks. Yes, I'll take me a drink if I want one. Yes, I'll put some mace in your eye if I have to. And yes, I yet come here and preach to you the gospel of peace, because you should know the truth. And the truth should make you free. I don't have nothing to hide from you. Just in case if you want to go in my closet. The race ain't given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but unto him that endure to the end. Jesus said to be saved. So I can tell you the truth. I won't have to scandal you, because all y'all do is open up your books and let the government check them. I open my eyes up, I don't have nothing to hide. All you have to do is stop lying to God's people. If you just want to teach the Bible, and since you want to just teach the Bible, and you want to be for real about the Bible, but the Bible tells you to give tithes and offerings. And all God's people, the Bible tells you, once you've given your tithes and offerings, the Bible tells you you have a right to strong drinks. And I'm not telling you to take no strong drinks. I know if some of you preachers can get in touch with me now, you'll say that preacher's leading folks wrong. Well, I'm just going to tell you, since you want to believe the Bible, because you want to go the Bible way, I'm being led by the Spirit. And the Spirit of God. I believe in this book. So since you want to preach this book, and you want to teach the King James Version Bible, whatever Holy Bible you say you got, let your Bible tell you to tell these people the truth about their tithes and their offerings. Stop, people. You don't have to give to no blessing plan. If you're giving more than 10%, you do that at your own free will. God ain't asking you for that. God don't need your money. Uncle Sam needs it. Woe be unto us pastors, us shepherds. We put these people, we set ourselves to be above the people. We so holy, people don't see our downfall. They don't see our mistakes. They open up our closet and we done hid our skeletons. And so we preach to those people. And yes, I know Jesus said, let man see your good works. But Jesus didn't mean so much for you to hide your bad works. And we put ourselves so high and holy and mighty above the peoples of God, till the people of God see us fall and they leave the church because they have confidence in us. This is why Jesus told that young man, it ain't nothing good but the Father. You look at me, brother, I ain't God. I like to do you just like Peter done, start cussing. I like to do just like David done. I like to homong and funny cake. Oh, Bible's for your learning. That's what y'all say it is for. I said the Bible's for your learning. I like to go in there and eat the shoe bread that I shouldn't be eating that belongs to the priest. I like to go in there and steal some of God's gold and silver. Because that's what we doing when we take the church money and spend it on ourselves. You let Uncle Sam do that. Uncle Sam, we do it, but we hide behind God. You come arrest me so I can tell you the truth. I'm not, but then I can prove every dime that comes through this church. I'm not worried about no big old fancy building. I'd rather for my people to have a house to live in than to keep making the merchant fat. That's in your Bible. I'd rather for my people to go to bed with food in their stomach, knowing that their bills is being paid, than to take their money and build a big old building and make it nice. I'd rather for my people to know that I ain't God, so if they see me mess up or see me fall, or see me ain't walking right, they won't turn away from God and say all of God's people are crooks. You know why they say all of God's people are crooks? Because we set righteousness above folks, when those folks are the righteousness of God. Yes, what church folks call sinners and make difference. Let me tell you something, you sinners. You are declared to be the righteousness of God. The secret is out. That Jesus has counted you worthy. That you can come boldly. You don't need the Pope. You don't need the priest. You don't need me. None that is higher, greater than me, other than God. So you don't look unto nobody but Jesus. Since we want to deal with money, Lord, however you tell me to go, I'll go. You just tell my head what to say, and I'll say it, even if I don't like it. Y'all clap your hand and give God some praise for that. If I be your leader, and I'm not concerned about your well-being, don't even know you, but I'm taking money from you and you's in a need, and I'm not helping you, woe be unto me. But then let me serve you notice. You dumb as hell. All of God's people, whether you're saint or sinner, believer or unbeliever, if you let us preachers rip y'all off, and then y'all come to us for help, and y'all know in your heart we can help y'all, and y'all come to us for help, and we turn y'all away or give y'all something, just something to get by with, and you know we can do better than that, you dumb as hell for helping me. And anybody that like me that say they preaching to you the gospel, that's not the gospel. They lie to you and they getting rich off of you. And you so stupid till you'll go and you'll give that money to them that don't give a rat's behind about you. And they'll make fine homes for themselves, living in all kinds of mansions, making a building over and over and over nice, and you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But you taking all you can rake it straight and giving it to them. Why? Because you believe us. You know, Jesus said to those people, and he said to us, you know we're supposed to have faith in Jesus. Because the prophet, the apostle said, look unto Jesus. You know what Jesus said to them? And what he says to us? Have faith in God. You believe God, not the preacher. Because the preachers will rip you off. They living better than you. You dying because you working like hell to try to accomplish something. And the trick is, God gonna reign on the just as well as the unjust. God gonna supply all of our needs. Why? Because we are much more. Let me tell you something what Jesus said. If God so clothed the lily of the field, so feed the birds of the air, you are much more than they. How much more would God give to you, and you are much more than what he feeds and take care of? But then you got that preacher telling you to believe God, and he's ripping you off from your money, and some of us is being blessed for doing that because it's not the preacher's ripping us off, but it's that we have so much faith in doing that till we become blessed from it. And then we that become blessed from it, here's the trick here. We so stupid, we start telling the folks that have, baby, give your way out of poverty. Give your way out of poverty? Really? Are you serious? Wait a minute, you think about that. The only way you can give your way out of poverty is get your property and give it away. You ain't got nothing. If you was in poverty, how you gonna give yourself out of poverty? You trying to get out of poverty. So if that's the case, if you got property and that's all you got, then you shouldn't have to give nothing. You should hold on to your property. At least you got some property. Poverty, some poorness. Somebody that don't have nothing, so if you ain't got nothing, why try to give that nothing? If anything, give them nothing. That's the right way. I'm less than a father if I don't provide for my household. I'm an infidel. I'm one that have denied the faith. And as a a leader, as your minister, if I find that, if I see my sister, my brother in need, and I close up my bowels of compassion on them, how can the love of God dwell in me? Wake up, people. The night is far spent. The day is far spent. The night is at hand. Stop letting people rip you off. God said to Ezekiel, they feed themselves, not the flocks. Some of you pastors is in, some of us leaders is in position where we can point our people to Christ, where our people can have a relationship with God through Jesus. And if we fail to do that, we ain't preaching the gospel. Folks, don't get the gospel mixed up with blessing plans. Jesus was one of the richest men on earth. The richest man in the world. What do you mean about that, Jimmy? Jesus was in the heavens. All silver, all gold was here. And if the Bible that y'all teach is right, which I believe it, it says the walls of heaven is pearl, the gates is pearl, the walls are jasper, the streets are paved with gold, crystals and diamonds and all kinds of fine pearls. Then he don't need no money from here. But what happened when he was down here? Oh yeah, he wore a designer outfit. It was without seams. Woven, knitted. Yes, his daddy was a carpenter. He was too. Yes, he owned 2 homes. Really, they both were hand-me-downs from his daddy. Because when he talked about what he had, he said, birds have nests, foxes have holes. Come on here. But the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. I become poor for you. How many of us? Oh, I'm talking about us me preachers. I'm a preacher. How many of us are willing to become poor for our people? Greater love. Jesus was a perfect example. So people, that's why I tell y'all, do not look to Jimmy. Do you think I laid out my life for you? Babe, I love you, but I ain't gonna give my you commit a crime. You think I'm gonna pay that penalty for that? Oh no. I love you, but no, I ain't gonna pay for your crime. You committed it. You think I'm letting them whoop me for something you done? And what you done wrong? I won't let them whoop me for something you done was right. If I can get out of it. But Jesus done it. So y'all sheets, stop looking to these us hypocrites. I say us because y'all say, oh, you putting yourself above us? We all preachers. If we want to talk about one another, so I'm not going to talk about y'all, I'm talking about all of us. We are the ones that the people are looking into. And people, you all that's not looking to us and really looking to God, keep looking to God. Take your eyes off us, but don't be no fool. Jesus said, watch as well as pray. And if you take your eyes off of us and we ripping you off, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to give your 10%. You all that's able to give more, give your 10% and your offering to the preacher if you want to. But all that extra money that you're going to give the preacher, look out there and see somebody that's in a need. Get them, if you got thousands of dollars to give the preacher and it's not your tithes and it's not your offering, go and buy somebody a house. Go and buy somebody a car. All you folks that donate stuff to these preachers and they getting rich, these churches that's getting rich, put your preacher to the test. Oh, see, if any preachers are here, I mean, you ain't gonna like me, so if you want to open up skeletons or whatever you call, ain't nothing good in me. I'll do the same thing you do. But I ain't gonna do it behind closed doors. I ain't gonna keep no secret. Because I don't want nobody looking under me to try to be saved. I'm supposed to be a light to you. I'm supposed to let my light shine. And if I'm a light to you, I shouldn't have nothing to hide. If what I'm doing is right with the church money, Uncle Sam have a right to look into it. All the books. I call him Uncle Sam because that's what y'all used to call him when I was little. All better known as the IRS. The Internal Revenue Service. The government. You shouldn't lie. You shouldn't hide nothing from them. If you're going to teach your people to be right, you must be right. But people, if you got that extra money, make good use of it because God's looking at you. And the same thing I'm saying to the preacher. If you don't be good steward over the money God bless you with, you're going to count. You have to give him count of that. And after you have given your tithes and your offerings, that's all God wants from you. And you take the rest of the money that these preachers asking for, that they want to lie to y'all like they sending money all over the world. What good will it do me to take care of somebody else's home and not mine? Are you serious? Wake up, Zion. Zion is all over the world letting these preachers rip y'all off. And I can talk. It's not somebody says, yeah, you talk because you ain't got no money. The Lord has so far, he'll supply what I need. Whatever I want, he'll give it to me if I want it. Some things I don't want. And then when I get. So what? I can lay down with peace of mind because I can tell you the truth. And if anyone hearing this and you come by here, you can hear some real truth. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus. I'm ashamed of some of our gospel, but not the gospel of Jesus Christ. Why? Because there's power in his gospel. His gospel brings about salvation. Salvation deals with doing the right thing. Righteousness is doing what is right. And some of us say we're preaching to people the truth, and we don't know the truth. The truth is all preachers that is blessed, all leaders, that is highly blessed, what you call highly blessed and favored in the Lord, to reach out for those that are not. Back to the apostle. You know, so much money no doubt was coming through that church when Peter them time. Since we love to talk about the Bible. Bible is for all of our learning. It's not for us to try to live, because some stuff in there is nonsense. If you try to live it now, they'll probably throw you in jail and shut the bottom of it up. Because you can't do it. Some of it in there, Jesus, God said, I won't accept. Because it didn't work then and it won't work now. Two things that we're supposed to be preaching of the gospel. It's how much we love and obey and honor and respect God, and that same our neighbors. Now you will say you love God and you're doing the will of God. Let me correct as a leader. Let me put that in its perspective. Yes, the leader should be blessed. So people don't get that one twisted. God told them to put Moses on the finest of the clothes and dress him up, put him on a pedestal. And told Moses, said, when you go out before the people, you put all this stuff on. But when you come in before me, you pull that off. Now, the preacher should have things good. They always ask, when they got ready to go before the preacher, they said, what should we give the man of God? We go unto him for a word. So yes, you should bless your preacher. But some of us is so, what we call so blessed to you can't touch us with a 10-foot pole. And we have lost sight on what we're supposed to be doing with God's money. Some of you preachers, y'all ain't never talked about tithings of tithings to your people. Some of you preachers ain't never talked about really feeding God's people, clothing God's people. Some people are in jail that you can help get out of there and help put them on the right trail, but you won't do it. And you're able to do it. I can see it. I can see if you pastors that's trying to tell these people the truth and you're struggling and you having a hard time. I can understand you kind of asking for money, but don't you get carried away, because let me tell you something. When we started the church, and I started complaining to God about the church need this and the church is causing a problem and this stuff, you know what God told me? Church ain't your problem. If the church got a problem, it's Christ's problem, not yours. Christ is the head of the church, not you. And everything Christ needs, I'll supply. So when the finance got short or things didn't go right, I said, God, the light bill needs to be paid. If they don't get paid, they're going to be cut off. The note needs to be paid. That's not my problem. And the Lord paid it. He made the way. And I can look a person in the eye and I can tell them the truth. And I don't have to be scared about their dollar or their membership. I can care less about your membership. I can care less about your tithes and your offering. When it comes down to me telling you the truth. Because if I tell you the truth, if you going to get with God, you have to do the truth. You're going to have to follow the truth. And if I told you the truth and you don't like it and you leave, wherever you go, the truth is the truth. It's not going to change. So that's our job, is to tell people the truth. And when we tell them the truth, sometimes the truth, I ain't going to tell you the truth don't hurt. I'll be lying, because that Bible y'all teach and we teach, it said the word is like two-headed sword. Cut left and right, works between the marrow and the bone. Now, if you don't think that can hurt, let me open your leg up, get in your bone, and start bothering with the marrow. If that don't hurt, something wrong with your leg. But out of all the hurt, it'll make you free. You want to free God's people, you need to be free. If I want to see you saved, I need to first be saved. If I'm going the right way, I have to make sure I'm going the right way. If I tell you to give, I should give. You know, let me tell you about us preachers. God chose the Levitical folks, the priest, to be the priests, the sons of Aaron. And God told Moses, say, take the sons of Aaron and let them be the priests. And the prophet Malachi started talking about what God was saying from tithes and offerings. And you know what God said, what happened? The church was being neglected. I'm going to talk about it in the Old Testament. I know what y'all going to say in the New Testament, and I'll tell you about that one too. The Old Testament, God said, you sons of Jacob, I have not consumed you yet. You have backslid. You have left me. You got away from my ordinance. And the sons of Jacob said to him, so wherein have we backslid? What? Why should we come back to you? We never left. Figure of speech. And they said to him, you know, now, they said to him, they ain't left him. But they said to him, they said, will a man rob God? They knew what God was talking about when they backslid. They had left him. Left this ordinance. See, we'll give the ordinance, but we won't do it. And God said, yes, you and the whole nation have robbed me. You say, wherein have you robbed me? Let me tell you where you robbed me. Now, Jim is telling you this to put it together. So listen to my story. The whole nation robbed me, now you do it. You telling these people to give their tithes and their offerings, you ain't doing it. Say, wherein have we robbed you? God said, in tithes and offerings. You talking to the sons of Jacob. So now you bring all the tithes and offerings into my storehouse, that there will be meat in my storehouse. Tithes and offerings. He ain't asking for nothing else. Offering is something that you give free will. It ain't no change on that. I don't tell you how to give. That's something you decide to offer to God. Not something I told you. The tithes is something God has told you. The 10%. And he said to the sons of Jacob, he said, if you don't do this, I'm going to curse you with a curse. You know how Jesus cursed? Did you know Jesus cursed? Jesus walked by the fig tree and he looked at the fig tree and he wanted some figs and the figs there. This is how he cursed. Did you dry up? Basically say you ain't got no figs and I want them. I'll curse you that you would never have no figs anymore. Dry up. The disciple said to Jesus, Master, don't curse the fig tree. Why? He said, ain't got no fruit. On the next day or the evening, or however some of the scriptures say different ones, they come walking back through there and they called to remember and said, you know Jesus cursed this tree and it withered up. You wonder why some of you pastors going to start dropping dead, dying. Different things going to start happening to us. God is looking at us because we're supposed to be the leaders for God's people. And if God got to use us to make an example out of something, he do what he please. Remember the story of Nineveh. God told the prophet, he told Jonah, he said, look, I'll provoke Israel to jealousy with Nineveh. Y'all talking about Israel, but you ain't no better than Israel. I mean, y'all talking about Nineveh, you ain't no better than Nineveh. And you're supposed to be my people. We host the mistress of God. And we get up and we preach, and some of us not even preaching God, we preaching prosperity. Some of us don't believe in Christ as we believed in our money. Some of us got more faith in our money than we do God. And church, let me tell you something, Christian people, church folks. There is a gospel doctrine is similar to the gospel. But that doctrine teaches you how to have faith and how to be blessed and how to accomplish without the gospel, without God. And if you ain't careful, these preachers will put that mess in your mind. So don't you be fooled. Don't be deceived. I can interpret the Bible however I want to interpret it, so can you. It don't make it right. So we have to deal with the basis. Love God and one another. And you say, which one first? Oh, let's go to the Bible. The Bible say God. Well, let's go to reality and truth. How can you love God whom you ain't never seen? How can you? And you can't love the one you see every day. Get it? You got that one? Mm-hmm. That is God saying to you, you want to prove that you love me? Let me see you love that one first. Because I'm not going to be last. And if you love that one, you have no competition with me because I am love. And if you love that one, you proving you love me. Because you're doing what I told you to do. Now this sound teaching, if we don't like that, we get over it. That's what the Bible is all about. If you want to talk about it, all this, some of this stuff in here, you need to take it and put this book down, put it in the trash. If you ain't going to get the realness of it, get rid of it, because this ain't no better than no other book. You should know the truth, and the truth is in Christ Jesus. There's no truth if it's not in Him. There's some learning. And we'll take the Bible and we put it on God's people. People don't y'all just let me put no Bible on y'all. Let me tell y'all the truth, and the truth will free you. The truth will have you not laying up there trying to figure out, should you give me your $1,000 or your $100? Or should you do what you've been saving that money for? The truth is, if you've been saving it for something, use it on what you've been saving it for. Because all God wants you to give out of your money is that 10% in that offering. And if I lie to you and deceive you, and if I can't back up what I told you to do with guarantee, because God guarantees His word, it ain't no buts, ands, and maybe so about it. No, I ain't in no spirit. I ain't in no trance. I'm just listening to what I hear, and I'm speaking it. You can call it revelation, you can call it whatever you want. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna try to prove nothing to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Why should I take my light bill money and give it to the church? Huh? Your lights get cut off, you think the church is going to be in the dark? Now, me as the preacher, I'll sacrifice what I need for the church because I feel like that's my job. But why should I expect you to let your lights get cut off for the church? You don't live at the church. Charity begins at home. You done given what God requires of you to help the church, and if the church can't survive off of that, then that's God's problem, not the people. And y'all stop lying to these people, telling them the Lord said give them money and stuff. And don't, people of God, don't y'all be so gullible. Don't be so stupid like that. Don't let us shepherds tell you sheep you so dumb to you have to do whatever we said.